But if a person thinks I am what I am and I can't change that, it's over. They have achieved what I call maximum potential based on the restriction that is in fact self-imposed. And that's what the apprenticeship program is. Martial arts and setting your sights and setting the goal to become a black belt and getting on that path is a great way to get in shape. It's a great way to gain confidence. It's just a great way. But this complementary or complementing program of apprentice is the, if I can even use the term, shortcut path to make this great way a spectacular path or a spectacular way. And that's the goal with the apprenticeship program. Most people, and I am most people, have an average IQ. Most people. I don't know what it is. Let's say it's 120. You and I, let's just say, have a 120 IQ score. We're most people. So when you're doing the course of your busy day and you're doing your life, you're walking around, you're driving around the street, and you see a guy who's got it going on, he's got the same IQ level as the guy who doesn't. For example, if you see a guy driving a $100,000 luxury car, on average, he'll have the same IQ level as the guy driving the old rickety pickup truck that he had to park up the hill and roll it downhill to get it started every morning. And you can replace the automobile example with whatever example you like. You see a child that's self-confident versus one that's not. A child that's physically fit versus one that's not. The kid who is self-assured versus one that's not. One that's better focused versus one that's not. Or an adult who can keep himself in great shape year-round over the course of his life. Or you see an adult who has control over their time. There's a balance between work and family. Or you just can look at someone and know that, this adult person can and will in fact spring into action whenever and however they like. That's what the apprenticeship program is all about. And just realize that everyone's pretty much got the same IQ. So what we're talking about, is we're not talking about intellectual intelligence. We're talking about learning how to muster up the willingness and the actual applying the effort to change your life. Listen, most people won't change their life. They simply won't change their lives. They think that changing their life is just as difficult as changing their skin color, but it's not. It's simply about changing their beliefs about themselves. So, most people can't change their beliefs, team, until they recognize what it is that you believe to begin with. How did you, in fact, get to this point? And always remember, people think that beliefs are static and they can't change. That's simply not true. And even worse, people label themselves. I'm too much of this. I'm not enough of that. Or, maybe they even buy into a label they were given. Oh, this is Klay. He's our ADH shy child. I mean, what are you talking about? So the labels that are being applied to us, or the labels that we tattoo across our chest, the beliefs that we have about who we are, if you're not considerate, do become restrictors that prevent us from actualizing our true God-given potential. So what we're doing with the apprenticeship program is we're trying to accelerate and excel the speed in which a person can go from where they are to where within their heart they truly want to be. And the way you do that is through education. And education, in my mind, is to emerge out of someone potential. And the way you emerge out of someone's potential, the way you do that is through the gain of knowledge. And the way you do that is through the application of that knowledge. And that is what the apprenticeship really is all about. Oh, and incidentally, it'll make you a better jiu-jitsu teacher if you choose to teach.